Yo, Somnium, and welcome back to Let's Play the Somnium Files. Last time, well, Mizuki's not having a good day. I'll tell you that. Not only is her mom dead, now her dad is too. So, we probably need to go through and, a little recap. That's neat. Wait for it. Oh, there he is. Ah, beautiful.
You look awful. Have you been sleeping any?
My best friend was murdered, boss. I don't have it in me to sleep right now.
Oh. We could probably take a look around the office and stuff, and there's probably not really much reason to do that. What's up, Peter? You seem troubled.
2 murders, one right after the other. How could I not be?
That's fair. Any thoughts on the culprit?
Renju had his left eyeball removed.
Right. Shoko, too.
So perhaps, Mr. Date, you are the killer. You're missing your left eye, so you
shit.
steal them from others. I'm kidding. Only a joke.
I'm too tired for your jokes right now, Peter.
Actually, you lost your eye 6 years ago, correct?
Yes, but I don't remember anything from back then. I lost my eye and my memories.
I was transplanted into your empty eye socket a year later. We have been together for more than 5 years.
So obviously I couldn't have committed the crime because Iba would out me. Why are you here anyway?
Am I not allowed to be here?
No, I didn't mean it like that.
I was here first. I was just talking to the boss about Renju's murder.
Well, alright then. I'm curious. Okay. What happened to Mizuki?
She's sleeping at the hospital. They're going to give her counseling after she wakes up.
I see.
Her mother and her father. I hope she'll be okay.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. How about you? Getting any sleep?
Of course not. I've still got a mountain of work piled up, answering to the higher-ups, the press. I'm just taking a little breather.
About Renju.
You were the first on the scene, so you know this better than anyone, but Renju was murdered. No way this was a suicide. And the fact that his left eye was removed tells me that this was the same killer as Shoko.
The serial killer.
The new Cyclops killer.
What?
That's the nickname that's been spreading around headquarters.
New.
Yes, several years ago.
Cuter.
There is no point in hiding it from him. He would find out on his own eventually. It's all over the news. These murders have gone viral, so to speak. The killings from 6 years ago have continued. The Cyclops killer is back.
6 years ago? Is that what you were talking about, boss?
Fine. I suppose you deserve to know.
It's us. We were the original killer. Obviously.
We have a name for it down at HQ. The original Cyclops serial killings. To distinguish it from this new one. It was 6 years ago
The
in
OG.
October. 4 bodies were found in the mountains of
terrible.
Akikawa Valley.
But the decomposition of the corpses were all at different stages. They were each killed sometime during May to September of that year.
But they did have two things in common. They were all young women. And
Each corpse was missing their right eyeball, pulled out posthumously.
That's different in two ways. Obviously the left to right, but more importantly, posthumously, if I'm not wrong, means that it was pulled out before death. But these eyeballs are clearly being pulled out while they're still alive. But why? Cyclops?
a few days after the corpses were discovered, the killer sent a statement to the press. I killed them, and they are now my dear companions. Something like that.
He signed the statement under the name Cyclops. Hence the name, the Cyclops Killer.
The Cyclops is a mythological race of one-eyed giants. According to Greek myth, they are the children of Uranus, god of the sky, and Gaia, goddess of earth. Cyclops were known for their outstanding strength and smithing ability.
So the letter to the press wasn't a fake? It was the real killer?
Yes, it had to be.
A picture of one of the victims right after she was killed was sent along with the letter.
Yeah, that sounds pretty, convincing. Okay. What, was this Cyclops captured?
No, in 6 years we never got a single trace.
So maybe Cyclops is responsible for these murders as well.
No, that's impossible.
Why?
For one, the original Cyclops killer only killed women. Renju doesn't fit that profile. Second, all of the victims had their right eyes removed. But Shoko and Renju...
We're missing their left eye.
The timing of the eye removal is also inconsistent. The original Cyclops Killer removed the eyes after the victims were killed. But Shoko and Renji were both still alive.
But even so, you can't say for sure this isn't our guy. Maybe they're just doing things a little differently now. Or do you have another reason?
I'm sorry, Date, I can't say anymore.
Bullshit, you can't.
A lot of these
It's a national
details are
secret.
probably not
How can it be a
released
national secret?
to the press.
Date, please, forget about it. I told you already you don't need to know anything about that case to investigate this one. The criminal for this case and the case 6 years ago are not the same.
Iba, bring up all investigation records of the original Cyclops serial killings.
I already had a look through the database while you were talking. Unfortunately, I found no relevant information. I also did not discover anything of note on the internet. Only amateur theories. All lacking credibility and evidence.
Damn it.
Any other info?
That's all we have for now.
All right.
Special Agent Date, we need you to continue your work.
Right. I think I'll head back to where Renju was found, Sunfish Pocket.
Date, you're exhausted. Why don't you get some sleep before you continue your investigation?
I'm fine. Let's go, Iba.
Understood.
Well, let's head there. Sunfish Pocket. I was actually told by someone on YouTube that I missed some optional things in the first two Somniums. I don't know if they're important. He did say they unlock like concept art and stuff. That's stuff we could do like after.
Date, the vehicle is accelerating 2% slower than usual. Did you put anything in the trunk?
Not the
No?
trunk, but the
What
back
about the back
seat.
seat?
Back seat. Mizuki!
Hey, watch out! Ice forward, stupid!
Mizuki climbed up to the front and sat in the passenger seat. Well, okay then. What are you doing here?
I ditched the hospital. They're probably freaking out over there right now.
I'm taking you back.
No, don't! Nothing will change if I stay at the hospital all day. You're going to investigate, right? Take me with you, I can help!
How is a little runt like you gonna be any help?
I'm Renju's daughter. Maybe I'll notice something you don't. Something only his daughter would know.
I don't know.
My daddy was killed. I can't just stay at the hospital.
Kids grow up fast.
Fine. Don't say I never did anything for you.
You're going to take me along?
Just promise not to interfere with the investigation.
Got it.
How did you even get in here?
It wasn't locked, I just opened the door. I've been here for like 10 minutes. Why don't your doors have auto locks? I know you like old cars, but you gotta lock the doors.
You should be a little more apologetic for someone who just got caught breaking into my car.
Mizuki does raise a valid point. If you are not more serious about security, you should consider replacing the car altogether.
You too?
How are you doing?
Well, I can still talk this time. Maybe I'm just getting used to it.
Ooh.
Mizuki's psychological wounds have been healed by the sink.
Nice weather we're having. Yeah. Well, do you want to kiss the suspect?
No, it's more like I don't like sitting still and moping all day. I've grown out of my brooding, pretentious teenager phase.
Odd thing for a preteen to say.
Are you not aware of Mizuki's mental prowess? She is far more developed than her classmates.
I'm sure.
She is even reading psychology papers by Alfred Adler.
Sounds pretentious to me.
It does, doesn't it? About Renju.
Hey, about Renju. Do you have anything to tell me? Anything at all that might help?
Well, it's not about Daddy, but I heard from Daddy that Mom had a secret.
Shoko had a secret?
What is her secret?
Did you know that Mom was the representative of an investment company?
Yeah, I did.
That whole company was a big scam.
Scam?
Well, I don't know the details. They start up a company to get people to invest in it, then shut it down on purpose and keep the money.
That
They
sounds like
got
a
really
scam to
rich
me.
like that.
Shoko did this?
Yep.
By herself?
No, dummy. Of course it was with other people. I saw gangsters there sometimes. If she ever got into trouble, she had them take care of it.
I am scanning all known crime databases, but I cannot find any reports referencing this. They must have been extraordinarily careful.
So...
You were talking to yourself again. I heard you. It's creepy. You should cut that out.
I was talking to Ibe out loud before I noticed Mizuki in the car. Maybe I should introduce her! Pop! That must be what she's referring to.
Mizuki is still unaware I exist?
Yeah, I know there's no reason to hide it, since she already knows about Abyss. But it's just hard to explain. I won't say anything yet.
Understood. But I am ready to be introduced at any time. Just
sure
let
you
me
are.
know when the time is right.
It's not a proposal, no need to be so formal. Shh, I said that out loud.
Date, I think you should go to the hospital.
I think we are probably going to need to do that sooner rather than later. Nice weather we're having.
If you have nothing to talk about, you don't have to say anything.
Fair enough.
You're an adult. Shouldn't you know that already? If you start talking about the weather, it means you have nothing to say.
Damn,
Damn.
rat.
I'm glad you're okay.
I'm not okay.
So, you want to go back to the hospital? I'd be more than happy to drop you off.
That's not what I meant. Why are you always so pushy, Date?
I'm not pushy, I'm just worried.
You've got a weird way of showing it. Doesn't look like you're worried. You're just weird.
You've always got something smart to say, huh? just like Renju.
Date.
What about Daddy?
Nothing.
You have no tact, do you? This is why you're single and always will be.
That's where you're wrong, kiddo. I look like a single father when you're around. Chicks love it.
Yeah, chicks love to see creepy old men hanging out with a 6th grader.
Hey, what are you implying?
Ooh, did I make you mad? Now I'm stuck in a car with an angry old creepy pervert.
I am not an old creepy pervert. And even if you were my age, you're not my type.
Ew, I don't want to know about your type.
Hey, you started it.
Stupid old man.
Punk-ass kid.
Good conversation. Well, Sunfish Pocket, Sunday, 10:33 a.m. Mizuki and I walked back in Sunfish Pocket.
Oh, Detective Date. Good to see you, sir. And this is...
Have you looked through the case file yet?
Oh, I am so sorry. She's the victim's...
Yes. Please let us through.
Oh, hey, it's... What was his name again?
What?
I was asking for your name.
My name is Kagami.
I mean, I gotta keep going, right?
It's Kagami. Kagami? I told you it's Kagami. I told you my name like 5 times.
I, of course, remember his... Okay, any leads?
No, we didn't find anything today.
You, getting enough rest?
No, not these past few days.
I thought so. Once this is over, get some rest, alright?
You too, Detective Date.
Beer kegs. Renju's corpse was hung up by 3 wires. The wires were tied to 3 kegs.
Each keg has a capacity of 20 liters. All 3 kegs were filled, and approximately 55 pounds each.
An evidence marker. It's a little marker that's put up to track evidence at the scene. Do you remember what you lit last night?
How could I forget? I'll never be able to get that image out of my head. Not until the day I die.
Yes? Notice anything strange?
You were telling me earlier that you could spot things only a daughter would know.
I know what I said. I'll tell you if I notice anything.
Pictures? There are pictures of girls on display. Probably the girls that are working
staring
here.
at? Creeper.
I agree.
Alright. The store's menu.
Dragon's Palace Pasta, 1800 yen. 1800?
Isn't that pretty average?
This is average?
Yeah. It's about 15 bucks.
Is that a spear?
It more closely resembles a harpoon of sorts. I believe this is a trident.
Any chance this was used in the murder?
No. There are no traces of blood on the trident. and no indication that Renju was stabbed.
Where's the hook? Oh. The counter?
The corpse was strung up near this counter.
The autopsy report indicates that the contents of the victim's intestines were excreted upon death.
Thank you.
But no traces of that have been found in the area, nor on the corpse itself. This evidence makes it highly likely that Renju was killed somewhere else. It must have been considerably difficult to carry more than 150 pounds.
What do you mean?
Renju weighed approximately 158 pounds. I can estimate a person's weight by analyzing their bone structure, muscle, and fat.
A doorway to the kitchen.
Iva, can you recall the time we discovered the corpse?
Of course.
Iva, did you get anything from the surveillance camera?
Unfortunately, no. All of the recordings from local surveillance equipment have been erased.
What about backups?
There are none. Nothing was uploaded to the cloud either.
Well, that sucks. Would have made things too easy, though. The left eye's been pulled out.
This case bears similarity to Shoko's. The left eyeball was removed while the victim was still alive.
The right eye's still there.
The autopsy report discovered the presence of benzodiazepine. It is a common sedative. The dosage found in the victim's bloodstream was extremely high. It can be assumed that Renju's cognitive functions were heavily impaired before his death.
So sedatives were detected in Renju's body. He was barely conscious before he was killed.
The time of discovery was 10:20 p.m. You of course already know this, but you and Mizuki were the first to discover Renju's corpse. The body was hanged from the ceiling, similar to how a fish would be. A thick hook was embedded in the upper jaw, and the wires connecting to the hook were strung up on one of the ceiling beams. There was also a hook on the other end of each wire. The 3 beer kegs were attached to these hooks. We have found no fingerprints.
Renju's corpse was found hanging on the ceiling beam over the counter. Oh. There are deep impressions left on his neck.
Strangulation?
Correct. The face shows clear signs of congestion, along with petechia around the face and throat. Both are clear evidence of asphyxiation.
Any indication of the murder weapon?
Most likely a twisted piece of cloth. The culprit approached Renju from behind and wrapped the cloth around his neck, choking him in an attempt to suffocate him. The specific cause of death is cerebral circulation failure due to vessel closure in the neck. Put more simply, the suspect strangled Renju to death from behind.
Do we have an estimated TOD?
Yesterday, around 8 p.m.
So Renju was murdered
2 hours.
about 2 hours before Mizuki and I found the body.
Renju's approximate time of death was yesterday, Saturday, around 8 p.m. He was strangled by a cloth or something similar from behind. I think that's all I can get from this. Okay. You can see the kitchen back there. Nothing looks suspicious. A chair. You can leave if you need
I thought I
to.
already told you. Sitting around rotting away in the hospital would be worse.
Still,
I know what you're trying to say. For a little girl to find her dad like that and then want to go back to the scene, you think it's totally weird, right?
In fairness, it is also weird for an adult policeman to acquiesce such a request from a child.
But this is what I wanted. I didn't want to run away from it. I wanted to confront it. I didn't want to be weak. Did you hear me? I said I'll tell you if I see anything. Jeez, you're pushy. Pushy men are seen as desperate. This is why no one likes you. Besides, Date? Never mind. Just do your investigation or whatever.
What was she gonna say?
Now is not the time to worry about such things.
Looked inside the wooden box. There's nothing in there. A barrel made of wood. Nothing special. This oil drum must be some kind of interior decor.
The oil drum is 200 liters. It weighs approximately 44 pounds when empty.
Let me check inside. What?
There's something inside.
I stepped up to the drum.
This is the oil drum.
This is the kind of oil drum that has a lid, right?
Correct.
Let's open it. This is... This is the wristwatch Renju always wore. No doubt about it. But how did this get here?
Oh, we've already, okay. Renju and Shoko both had their left eye taken before they were killed. Okay. Sign. The store's signboard. It says Sunfish Pocket. Amazing. It's a light that looks like a jellyfish. Probably not a glue. A register near the doorway. This club is located on the second floor of the building. We used the elevator to get here.
Iva, can you check the operation records of this elevator?
Searching. Found it. The elevator records are sent automatically to building management. According to the record from yesterday, from 6:30 p.m. until the body was found, this elevator stopped on the second floor only once. At 8:55 p.m. The weight of the car's cargo was approximately 310 pounds.
I think we've checked everything we need to.
I agree. We should compile our evidence and inferences.
Mizuki, you ready to leave?
What? But we aren't done investigating.
What do you mean?
There are still people I want to talk to.
Do you want to talk to Iris?
Yeah. Daddy owned Lemniscate and Iris works for them. She used to work here too.
So she might know something.
I'll call her.
Mizuki tried calling Iris, but there was no answer. That's not a good sign.
Have any idea where she might be?
I don't know. Iris is into a lot of things.
Do you want to talk to Oda?
Yeah. Oda's in here all the time. He might know something. I'll call him.
Ota's phone is broken. He dropped it in a puddle.
Sounds like Ota. He's so clumsy.
We'd have to talk to him in person.
He's probably at Lemniscate or Matsushita Diner.
Any places you can think of that I don't know about?
Well, there is one place. Have you heard of Golden Yokocho in the entertainment district? Daddy used to go to a place called Marble a lot. Maybe they know something about him.
Let's head out.
Lemniscate, Matsushita Diner, and Marble. Let's head out.
Okay.
Ooh, we have choice this time. That calls for a save. If I've ever heard one. Let's see. You can have up to 3 save files. That's interesting. I should only need the one though, considering you can move back and forth in time. Let's take a look at the flowchart. Why not? Oh! You go down the other path for lifting the other cage. Interesting. Well, we'll continue down this path for now. Alright, where to go? We're gonna head to Lemniscate first. That's the most likely place I would think to find our boy and our girl at the same time. And at the very least, Iris could be here, and I like her more. So we'll go to Yokocho last. Or Marble, that is. Lemniscate Sunday. No time, because now you can visit these in any order.
Oh, what? Hey there, handsome.
Oh god, it's boobs.
Excuse me?
I cannot even right now. Hold on, give me just one sec. Mizuki, do you know this guy?
Yeah?
Can you introduce me, please?
She is surprisingly unprofessional for a receptionist.
Come on, she's not so bad.
Could you contain yourself for 5 minutes, Date?
Keep it in your pants, damn it. There's a receptionist sitting behind the desk. There's a receptionist with huge breasts sitting behind the desk. There's a huge breast sitting. There's a receptionist with huge breasts. Huge breasts! Okay, that's enough. Do you know this receptionist?
I mean, yeah, but...
Yeah, of course we know each other. We're like best friends. We hang out, we party.
We do not party.
Hey!
Or hang out, for that matter. Who hired this woman?
The most likely scenario is that the final decision was made by the head of the company.
Renju. I think he's about as degenerate as Date. Alright, have you seen Iris?
Iris? You mean Asa? She's recording a podcast in the underground studio.
Oh, that's why she didn't pick up the phone.
If you need her right away, I can try contacting her.
No, it's fine. This can wait until she's done.
For sure.
What?
For sure? As in, I got you?
I don't believe I've ever heard that sequence of sounds spoken out loud before.
Did you happen to see Oda?
Ota? Nah, haven't seen him today. How is he?
The receptionist knows Ota too?
Ota happens to be the kind of otaku who actually has social skills.
Those are the ones you have to watch out for.
Huh?
Nothing. Anyway, could you give me a call if Ota shows up? I have my number here.
I took out my business card and handed it over to the receptionist.
Yeah, I got his number. I got his number.
That was a mistake.
Let us pray that the privilege will not be abused.
Okay. Things have been pretty serious around here lately.
Yeah, totally. You never think about, like, my boss getting murdered, you know?
She did it.
Like, what are even the
I'm
chances?
sure she even did. She did it.
It's like the odds of hitting the lotto. But I was kind of lucky, in a weird way.
What?
Some of my old friends hit me up asking about it, you know? Feels like we're old alumni or something.
She certainly found the bright side of this situation.
She's the worst kind of person. What's gonna happen in the office?
Oh, haven't heard anything about that yet. The VP might take over, we might get absorbed by another office. Just when I got a job, too. Man, what am I gonna do if this place closes up?
Sure, you could be a good prostitute.
So, anyway, tell me, Date, what kind of girls do you like? Because I'm the committed type, you know? Would you consider me a candidate?
Well, we could go out sometime.
Date, please.
Wow, dude.
You disgust me.
Oh, my apologies. Never mind.
Okay. Well, that was fascinating. Let's go.
Mizuki, let's go. Staying here would be a waste.
Yeah. Where should we go next?
Well, let's head to Matsushita.
Hello, welcome. You're Mizuki, right? Otis' friend?
Yep.
And that's a succubus?
And you...
Oh, I suppose I should introduce myself more formally.
At least something a little more than flashing your badge.
My name is Kaname Date.
Mr. Date, what can I help you with?
Well, actually, we're looking for Ota.
He went out early this morning. I don't know where.
I see. Sorry to be a bother, but when Ota comes back, can you tell him to contact...
Sorry, I looked away for half a second. I took my business card out of my pocket and handed it to Mayumi.
Check me?
Oh, well, sure.
Thanks, ma'am.
Okay, got it.
Date, let's go somewhere else.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Golden Yokocho. A place we have not been to yet.
Is this it?
Yeah.
You know about this place?
Yeah. This is where I met Renshu for the first time.
Interesting. Didn't think this was your kind of spot.
This place is special. You can find all sorts of shady characters here. It's the best place for gathering information about a case. So that's why.
That is only a partial truth.
Shut up.
Huh?
Let's head inside.
Nine to 1 odds says it's a drag bar. This is just how these things go.
Where is everyone?
It's been like this for a while. Not many people come here anymore. Mama should be here soon, though.
Okay.
So Date knows about this place. Also, he just said mama, so I'm 100% right.
In other news, at 6:10 p.m. yesterday, on the outer circle of the Capital City Highway in Minato District, Tokyo, a traffic collision occurred involving 5 cars and at least 1 truck. MPD has arrested the driver of the truck suspected to be the cause of the accident for negligence. The investigation is ongoing.
Interesting. Wonder if that's important in some way. These are bottles. There are bottles lined up on the counter. Let's count them. It's not. The bar counter. About Renju.
Hey, Date. What did you and Daddy used to talk about when you were here?
I don't remember a lot of it. I was usually drinking pretty hard.
Don't worry, I have everything recorded.
Oh shit.
In fact, the conversation about you taking care of Mizuki took place here, at Marble.
Really?
The topic was brought up several times afterward, but the first time was here. 4 years ago, after drinking enough liquid courage, Renju asked you to take care of Mizuki. At the time, Renju was recently divorced, buried in work at Lemniscate, and mentally unstable. It was a display of excellent judgment. It was a good thing that he managed to swallow his pride.
You think so? Sometimes, I don't think it was the right move.
You should have more confidence. I guarantee you that it was the best decision.
Let's hope so.
You tired?
No. And what do you mean by that?
Nothing. Just let me know when you're tired. You can go home anytime you want.
You aren't really worried about me, you just think I'm annoying, right? Don't beat around the bush, just say it. But you know what? It wouldn't matter anyway because I'm not going home.
It's been a long time since we did this.
Did what?
Sat at a table together like this. We haven't eaten dinner together in a while. After I finish working on this case, we should do it again.
Why? Because of what happened to my mom and daddy? I don't need that.
Date, this is where you need to take a stronger role as her guardian. Data suggests that children who eat alone are prone to mental imbalances and poor physical condition.
Thanks,
The meals
Aiba.
you prepare do have sufficient nutritional content. However, you need to make sure that Mizuki is eating all of it. Otherwise, your effort is wasted.
They have enough nutrition.
I told you I don't want to.
Why not?
Because... I don't like how you hold chopsticks. It makes me sick.
Really now? People have always told me that I have good technique. Some even say it's beautiful.
It's disgusting. Too clean. Besides, there's no point in eating together.
Why is that?
Because you don't talk when you're eating. I don't like sitting in silence.
Well, we don't have to be quiet.
It's fine, I don't like hearing you talk either.
I believe she has entered her teenage rebellion phase a year early.
This is gonna be rough.
Good luck, Date. Good luck. Having fun at school? What kind of questions are you asking her?
Is it?
Yup.
Do you have a lot of friends?
Yeah. But I don't really like my elementary school friends. They're too immature. I have more fun with Iris and Ota.
I don't know if they're too immature. You're just very mature for your age.
You think so? The kids at school are so stupid. They gossip about who had their first kiss for days. I don't see why that's anyone's business.
These grade schoolers move fast.
Nah, not really. It's pretty normal nowadays.
You haven't kissed anyone yet, have you?
No, I'm not interested in that.
Oh, thank God.
Good.
Date, honey! Long time no see.
Hey, Mama, how've you been?
Oh, tired and sore, but not in a fun way.
Watch the innuendo in front of the kid.
Oh, who is this?
Renju's daughter.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Oh, you're... It must have been hard. I saw in the news.
It's okay. Really.
Oh, must have been so hard. Stupid Ren. What was he thinking, leaving his little girl like this? Oh.
No, Mama. Don't cry.
Hey, Mama. I wanted to ask you some questions about Renju.
Oh. I guess crying isn't going to solve the thing, is it? Go ahead. Ask away. I'll help any way I can.
Cool. How's business?
Not bad.
Hey, that's good. I want you to keep this place open as long as you can. It makes me feel sad and old when a place I used to visit closes down.
Well, then you should visit more often. I could hook you up in more ways than one.
Just the one way is fine, thanks.
Do I even want to know? About Renju.
Have you heard any rumors about Renju? Anything about grudges, disputes?
Is it okay to talk in front of Mizuki?
Yes, I want to be here.
Trust me, you couldn't drag her away.
If you say so. Apparently, Ren had some connections with the Kumakura gang.
A gang?
What was that?
Real rough
That's
customers.
happened a couple
And this
times
is
up
their
to this
turf.
point, and I don't
So
understand.
Daddy was involved with gangsters.
Mizuki, that company Shoko was running, were they also tied to the Kumakuras?
I don't know.
I haven't seen him for a while. I thought I was going to shrivel up and die of boredom without you boys around.
Shrivel up. You look like a purple water balloon.
That's right. Care to give me a poke?
I'll pass, thanks.
Always be careful of your phrasing. Hey Mizuki.
I heard that shady characters hang out here. So who are you and how do you fit in?
No one special. I'm just a facilitator.
A facilitator?
People who come in here tend to have very specific interests. I help accommodate.
Oh, okay.
Mama's like, an informant.
That's right. And I won't charge you this time. Just promise to get the bastards who did this to Ren for me.
Right. This is for Renju.
I promise.
This your first time in a place like this?
Yeah, I mean, at some fish pocket they served alcohol, but I've never been to a bar like this.
I would hope not. You're in elementary school.
Well, Daddy invited me along sometimes, but I was too shy to go.
Good call.
I was planning on going one day, when I was old enough to drink. I wanted to go to a bar with Daddy. Not really.
Oh, don't worry, honey. I don't bite. I'm only aggressive when it comes to men 20 through 65.
That's a pretty wide range.
Gotta widen my net for a catch like you, Date, honey.
Her reaction.
I think I'll ignore that one.
I think I'll ignore it as well.
Mizuki is curling up a little. Maybe she's intimidated by Mama. What else do you remember about Renju?
Well, there was the watch incident. I'm sure you remember that one.
Watch incident?
You don't remember? Your drunk ass spilled your beer on Ren's watch. Ren was furious, yelling about how this watch is more important than my life, or whatever. He blew up on you. That was the only time I've ever seen Ren that mad. That's why I remember it so well.
Was it this watch?
I pulled out the watch I had in my pocket. It was the one that I found in the oil drum at Sunfish Pocket.
Yeah, that's it. Why do you have it? Was it at the scene? Ren was given that watch by his lover. It was an anniversary gift, I think.
Lover?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot Mizuki was here.
No, it's fine.
But of course, it wasn't an affair. This was all after he was divorced.
Daddy had a new lover. The bathroom?
Yeah. This place is small. The bathrooms are outside.
Take care.
I gave her a nod and a wave and left.
Iva, get boss on the line.
Got it.
What's up?
Mizuki is at a bar called Marble down in Golden Yokocho. Send someone over to pick her up.
She's not at the hospital?
Yeah, she snuck out. I took her along while I was doing some work, but I can't take her any further.
Understood. I'll send someone.
Counting on you, boss.
Are you going to leave Mizuki here?
Yes. I can't take her into a Yakuza den.
Cold, but understandable. The Kumakura office, Sunday, 3:22 p.m. This makes me want to play Kiwami.
Who's this asshole? You made a big mistake coming here. Go home.
All right. Bye then.
Hey, Date!
What? Ugh, I hate dealing with these chumps.
Didn't you hear me?
Do you want to die, old man?
You bastard!
Well, that was over pretty quick.
Sorry for the late introduction. I'm with the MPD.
A cop, huh? So, you want to explain what the fuck a cop is doing in my office?
I'm sorry, I just wanted to appreciate the music a little bit. Okay.
I think we should exchange names before exchanging expletives.
Name's MoMA, the Warhorse. Don't give a fuck what your name is.
All right, MoMA. I have a few things I want to ask you. What do you know about the new Cyclops serial killings? Shoko Nadami and Renju Okiura had their left eye pulled out and were murdered. And I think you know something about it.
Saw it on the news. But we had nothing to do with it. Even if we did, we wouldn't spill to no cops.
A bronze dragon.
A bronze dragon holding a golden ball.
Golden ball, huh?
Dragon Ball?
What does a guy like the chairman need this for? He probably just uses it for porn.
Not every man in the world is like you, Date.
The skinny one. He's out. The fat one. He's holding his stomach in pain. The company philosophy on the wall. If you accidentally enter a bar instead of a restaurant, don't feel obligated to order a drink. Even if the bartender gives you that order a damn drink look. It's quite the motto. Alright. The Kumakura crest. Where's the chairman?
What? The chairman is right in front of you.
What?
I run the Kumakura gang. I'm Moma Kumakura.
That can't be right. The chairman of the Kumakuras is Rohan. You aren't the chairman.
Yo, asshole! You need a lesson in manners?
Date, wait. I did some research and discovered that Rohan Kumakura died last year. He leapt to his death from the roof of a building.
Suicide?
But Moma did not take over last year. Moma took over 6 years ago.
6 years ago.
6 years. About Shoko.
Don't know nothing about her. I know her face and her name. It was on the news. Nothing else.
Shoko was part of an investment fraud scheme. And I have it on good authority that a certain Yakuza gang was helping her.
Wouldn't know nothing about that, cop.
Alright, Renju.
I told you, I got nothing to say. You deaf or something?
Date, a minute please.
What is it?
Do you see the sofa in the reception area? There is an ashtray on top of the coffee table.
What about it?
It is peculiar.
I was gonna say, do you want me to beat him
Thermal
with
imaging
it?
reveals that they are both warm.
The sofa and ashtray.
One of the cigarette butts, the tip is
Yeah.
reddish.
Can you turn off the thermal vision?
Sure.
I see. The cigarette brand is Klein.
Why is that relevant?
Small details will come in useful later. Trust me.
Indeed.
Part of the cushion is still red.
Just as I thought.
And that means what? Oh, was there someone here recently?
What are you talking about? You're the first guest today. Although you are an uninvited guest.
Don't lie now. Someone was sitting on the sofa and smoking very recently.
How do you know that?
I just do.
Oh, right. I remember now. Just a bit ago, one of our guys was on the sofa.
Are you talking about these guys right here?
Yeah.
Not possible. When I came in,
You made a big mistake coming here. Go home.
Who's this asshole?
neither of them was on the sofa. And neither of them was smoking.
They left.
Who left?
An insurance salesman. Right before you came in.
I don't think so. I didn't pass by anyone on my way here. And I happen to know this office only has one entrance and one exit. Which means, whoever it is, they're still in this office somewhere. Let me check the back.
Why you want to do that?
I just wanted to say hello to our guest.
I'm telling you, you're the only one here.
Oh, then you won't mind me checking.
Just get out of here, cop.
There must be someone they don't want us to see. Somewhere behind that wall.
Dragon holding the golden.
Just as I thought.
This must be whoever was sitting on the sofa and smoking earlier.
My revolver can shoot right through this wall. I should shoot it.
Wait!
Dante?
Is he not getting enough?
What?
Never mind. The person behind the wall is unarmed. I cannot approve the use of a revolver in this situation.
Damn it.
Huh?
Date! A porno mag at your feet!
What? Hey! Did you just shoot at me?
Holy fuck.
Hey, whoa, wait a minute!
Well, I was not expecting QuickTime events, but here we are. Do I need to aim?
Date! Load a revolver with explosive rounds. Aim for the dragon's gold ball on the right.
The what? Oh, that. Why?
Just do it!
It's a life or death situation, man. Okay. That made sense.
Iva, you saved me.
Everything happened as I simulated it.
So, where's this porno mag?
You idiot. There is no adult magazine. However, I know that your reaction time is up to 3.6 times faster when you are excited. I simply took advantage of that behavior.
What the hell?
Porno mag, where? Okay. This game is pretty silly sometimes.
You're a grown man. Aren't you too old to be playing with toys?
Shit!
Hey, coward! I see you. Show your face! I know you.
This music sounds off.
That's
Sejima, so, Congressman.
What is this guy doing here?
What's up? What are you doing here?
I've had a relationship with the Kumakuras since back when Rohan was running things. I had business nearby, so I stopped here for a visit. Whatever conspiracy theory you're imagining in your head, you can forget it. This is strictly business.
Strictly business? A congressman meeting with Yakuza? How are you gonna spin that?
It's true. I imagine my public image will be dragged through the mud. But we haven't done anything illegal. If you want to accuse me of such wrongdoing, then by all means. I just happen to think such gossip is better suited for tabloids.
This dude's voice is familiar. About Renju.
The president of Lemniscate? We aren't friends, but I did meet him a few times through work.
What work were you doing to meet up with the head of an entertainment company?
It was just some party hosted by some company or other. It's not unusual. Events with those uptight stuffed shirts can be rather dull. So they have some young women from an entertainment office attend. Anyway, we only saw each other a few times. I don't even remember what we spoke about.
Do you have an alibi for yesterday and the day before?
I went to work, then went home.
So, you have no alibi?
No, I always have my bodyguards near me. If you want to, you can ask them.
Bodyguard testimony can be unreliable. There is a possibility that they would lie to protect Mr. Sejima.
I agree. We can't trust that.
It's Sejima So, a member of Congress. I see him so often on TV, it feels like I've met him before. About Rohan.
I heard that the former head of the Kumakuras committed suicide last year.
Yeah, what's it to you?
Nothing at all. I just want to talk about it.
Rohan was my older brother. He was my big brother in this organization, and my blood brother. 6 years ago, he got sick in the head. He got sent to a special hospital. And naturally, because I'm his brother and next in line, I was the successor. That's all I'm gonna say. You want to know more? Hire a private eye.
About Shoko again.
Well, I guess there's no point hiding it now. I lied earlier when I said I didn't know her.
I thought so. You and the Kumakuras were a part of the fraud scheme Shoko was organizing.
Yep. Whenever any wise-ass investors gave her trouble, we handled it.
Exactly as I suspected. Shoko was affiliated with the Kumakuras.
About Renju.
I've been looking after that guy since high school. It was the usual stuff. I had him help me with a lot of work. But now, it's kind of the opposite, you know? We're getting work from him. Well, we were. Now that he's dead, though.
What work did he have you do?
The usual. If talent at his office was causing trouble or something.
You ever get into any disputes with Renju doing this work?
No way, he paid good money. I've never even gotten into an argument with the guy.
Do you have an alibi for yesterday
Us
and the day before?
Kumakuras are a branch of the Ujisaki family. The Ujisaki family runs a yearly golf tournament. Mandatory attendance. We were all at the tournament those days. We only got back this morning. You can ask the hotel. They'll tell you.
Date, I did some research. The hotel's record of guests does list the Kumakura members. They were also seen on several surveillance cameras. It is not possible that any of the Kumakuras could have killed Shoko, including Moma.
Moma's giving me a glare. About Shoko?
The victim prior to Renju? I believe Moma introduced me to her.
Introduced?
We were just having drinks. Shoko stopped by to say hello.
Right. We didn't talk about anything.
They're trying to give me the runaround.
Indeed. Date, I have determined that these individuals have nothing further to add. Even if they are involved, they will not volunteer any more information. We need solid evidence to move forward with the investigation.
You're right.
Date, a call from Lemniscate.
Connected.
Date? It's me. You remember, like, how you said to call you if Ota came? Well, he's here now, so I guess I'm calling you.
Got it. I'm on my way.
Where you going?
That's none of your concern. Moma, Congressman Tsujima, I think I'm gonna call it a day. I'll come back soon. We'll swap drinking stories.
You serious?
Let's go, Iba.
Deadly serious. Or something like that. Let's head back to Lemniscate then. I wonder how it went with the people who were supposed to go pick up Mizuki.
This is all really suspicious.
What is?
Congressman Tsujima and the Kumakuras. There's definitely something going on there.
I agree. But I am not sure it is linked to the new Cyclops serial killings. We need to do further investigation.
Ah, I've got a great name for this episode. Cyclops. But with AI. Yeah. All these options are great. Who are you?
Who are you? Impossible. How did a jellyfish get in here? So shiny, too.
You utter idiot. It's me.
Renju?
Do I look like Renju?
Mizuki?
It's me.
Boss?
Date, seriously.
Then, are you... Mom?
Idiot. They must have increased your dosage too much.
My dosage? Anyway, you're Iba, right?
She says that a lot.
Why are you here? Looking like that?
I just thought I would project myself. You seem lonely.
How are you doing this?
I am overlaying the image your left eye processes with augmented reality. You can't see me through your right eye, only your left.
You can't just pop into my eyeball without permission.
You do realize I do that all the time, right?
She has a point. How is So related to the Kumakuras?
I looked into that. Unfortunately, I did not find anything in our database that could connect the two.
I see.
However, I did discover some rumors on the internet. Most of them come across as gossip or conspiracy theories, but would you like to hear them regardless?
Please.
Mr. Tsujima currently resides in Azabu. He lives in a mansion, a restored samurai castle. But 20 years ago, So Tsujima lived elsewhere. In the Kawasaki district, to be exact. He lived there until he was 40 years old. The Tsujima family owned a vast amount of real estate in the district.
Oh.
Adjusting for inflation, the land was valued above 30 billion yen. The Tsujima family sold off its holdings. 6 months later, the incident occurred.
The explosion at the chemical plant.
This caused Kawasaki to become a restricted area. And of course, land prices fell drastically to less than 1/30th their original value. What are your thoughts?
The timing is certainly suspicious. To sell that amount of land just 6 months before it happened.
There is another interesting fact. After the accident, Sosajima purchased all of the land back for just 1 billion yen.
So he's got 29 billion yen in his pocket and 1 billion yen of land.
Correct. Despite the horrific accident, the Sajima family is no worse off.
True. But I don't see the point of it. It's not like you got anything out of it.
That would be true, but there is more to this story. There is another important fact. After the land prices in the Kawasaki region crashed, we will have to continue this conversation later. I am receiving a call from headquarters.
Is this Special Agent Date from Abyss? My name is Acosta from HQ. I'm investigating the Shoko Nadami case. There's something that you need to hear.
What is it?
We got a phone call earlier from a prisoner at Fuchu prison.
A prisoner?
We saved the call. I think you should give it a listen. Who is this?
In here, I'm known as number 89.
What is this call concerning?
I know who killed Shoko Nadami. And if you let me out of here, I will tell you who it is. I suppose you might say I'm looking for a plea bargain. He will kill again, you know. And he'll take their eye while they're still alive. There will be more bodies. If you want to stop this serial killer, I suggest you take my offer. I'll be seeing you.
This has to be a prank.
That's what I thought too. However, we got the call yesterday afternoon, before Renji was killed. In other words...
You're saying he predicted the second crime?
Yeah, I think he did. That's why I thought I should contact you.
Good idea. Thanks, Detective.
Good luck.
Do you think there's anything to this?
I don't know.
I have a feeling we should give this number 89 a visit. But first, Lemniscate, Sunday, 5:59 p.m. This is around the time when all the dead bodies start being dead, so...
What's wrong? You look like you have a lot on your mind.
Yeah. I just found out online. The corpse at Bloom Park. That was Renju's ex-wife, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
So that was Mizuki's mom. Mizuki saw her own mom. And I just left her. But I didn't know. I knew her as Shoko Nadami. Her last name is different. I didn't know that was Mizuki's mother. I want to apologize to her. I need to tell her that I'm sorry.
Rough break. About Mizuki.
Mizuki didn't seem like she was angry with you.
What? You met Mizuki? Oh, at the interrogation.
That's right. He doesn't know I live with Mizuki. I have no reason to hide it, but it's sort of hard to explain. Yeah, I spoke to Mizuki at her, questioning earlier.
You're sick, Date.
What?
Questioning? That sounds dirty. If I were writing a light novel, that's exactly how I would describe a sexy scene.
He's not wrong.
What kind of novels are you writing, kid?
The sexy kind. Are you not paying attention? Okay. About Renju's case.
I don't know anything. I've only seen Renju a couple of times.
I didn't think it was possible to be this bad at lying.
Though it is plainly obvious, I did a thermal check on Ota's body.
It's going high?
This is his current body temperature.
That's what I thought. Have you forgotten, Ota? You're my thrall.
He's wearing a thick-ass jacket.
You don't want me to tell Iris your secret, do you?
Huh?
Well, wait, it's no big deal. I just...
You better start talking.
Okay.
When he does that thing with his eye, it means you've,
Last night, I was walking over to Sunfish Pocket, and I saw Renju come out of the building.
Was he alone? Someone was with him. A man. No. A woman. Okay, look. I can tell you're trying to protect her, but you have to help me out here. Was it Iris?
No, it definitely for sure wasn't Tessa.
Got it. So Renju was with Iris.
Okay, fine. There's no point in hiding it, I guess.
You're a terrible liar.
You're right. Renju came out of the building with Tessa. Tessa has nothing to do with this. She wouldn't murder anyone. She wouldn't hurt a fly. She's an idol.
She also can't carry a 150-pound man.
You need to stop putting her on a pedestal.
Tessa is a savior to me. The Tessa I know wouldn't hurt anyone.
Where have you been?
Nowhere. Just doing my normal routine.
I don't know your normal routine.
I went to a Dojin store to look at the new releases. Then I ate some ramen at Jiro's, and then headed over to the PC cafe to browse threads. You know, normal.
If that's normal, I haven't had a normal day in my life.
A savior?
The first time I met her, I had a bad case of writer's block. And I saw all this awful negativity online, and I lost sight of what I really wanted to write. It was the lowest point of my life.
He is talking like a professional, though he hasn't published anything.
Yeah.
Then, by pure chance, I found a video of Tessa singing and dancing. And it made me realize something important. You don't have to care what people think, you know? If you do your best at what you believe in, your message will get through to people. That attitude is something all great creators need to have. After that, I became a huge ASET fan and got over my writer's block.
Pours out his heart.
And I know I'm not the only one Tessa has inspired. A lot of otaku like me say that Tessa is their savior. She cheers them up when they're down. So there's no way Tessa can be involved in murder. Absolutely impossible.
Slow down, I didn't say Iris was the murderer.
But do you suspect her?
I need to hear her side of the story. If I do, I might find out she's totally innocent. If you truly believe that she didn't do it, you should tell me everything you know.
But...
Do it for Iris.
What time?
Around 6:15, I guess.
Where did they go?
A couple hours before the murder.
I didn't see. They got into Renju's car and drove off.
What did you do?
I went inside Sunfish Pocket, but I saw a sign that said the entire club was reserved. I figured I would just go home.
What happened?
Oh.
Date.
Iris, there's something I need to ask you. Come with me.
Yeah, let's not do this in front of the frickin' receptionist. She's a bit, she's a little dumb. Police headquarters, Sunday, 8:23 p.m. Maybe he takes Sunday off. The killer, that is. Well, this is definitely a, proper interrogation.
Iris, I'm going to ask you some questions. Please answer honestly. However, you do not have to say anything that might incriminate you.
The right to remain silent? You're treating me like a criminal.
Not exactly. I'm just looking for the truth, and I would appreciate your cooperation.
Well, let's start from the beginning. You used to work at Sunfish Pocket, right?
I heard you used to work at Sunfish Pocket.
That's right.
How long?
A little over a year.
Working there that long, you're probably pretty familiar with the equipment.
Yeah, I guess.
About the surveillance, no. Do you have an alibi? Is Ota's story true?
Here's what Ota told me. Yesterday around 6:15 p.m., you and Renju came out of the Sunfish Pocket building. Is that true?
Yes. Mr. Okiura called me and told me he wanted me to come to Sunfish Pocket, ASAP.
Around what time was that?
5 p.m., I think. I got ready, then headed over there. I guess I got there about an hour later.
Date, I checked her call history. At 4:58 p.m., there is a record of a call to Iris from Renju's phone.
This matches up then. What were you doing with him?
What were you doing with Renju?
He asked me about a job.
What kind of job?
He rented out Sunfish Pocket for a party and he wanted me to MC. He said that it was an important party and that a lot of big shots were going to be there. But the girl he asked to do it originally got sick and couldn't come. But I turned him down.
Why?
Because I'm just an internet idol. I've never done any MCing before, especially with important people being there.
What'd you do after you turned him down?
What did you do after you turned him down?
I left with Mr. Okiura at 6:15 p.m. That must have been when Ota saw me.
And after that?
I asked Mr. Okiura to take me home in his car. I got home at 7 p.m. I was home the rest of the night.
What do you think, Iba?
I cannot detect any contradictions. However, her story appears almost too organized. Human memory is ambiguous. Her use of exact times leads me to be suspicious.
That's true.
About the camera?
What about the surveillance camera? Do you know where those tapes were stored?
What are you trying to say?
Okay. When did you find out Renju was killed?
When did you find out Renju was killed?
Game?
This morning, on the news.
And you were with Renju last night? You didn't think to call the police and inform them of this?
Oh, sorry. Is that something you're supposed to do? I had a podcast to record this morning, so if I went to the police, I'd be late. And that would cause everyone a lot of trouble, you know?
Do you have an alibi?
What were you doing from 7 to 9 last night?
I was at home the whole time.
You're sure?
Yes.
Iba, thermograph.
There is no noticeable rise in Iris's body temperature.
She isn't lying.
She could just be a good liar.
Not necessarily. We must consider the possibility that she is a natural liar.
With that kind of confidence, her temperature wouldn't change.
Correct.
Renju's estimated time of death was 8 p.m. last night. If Iris' story is true, she couldn't have done it.
There is another possibility. Even if Iris was at home, she could have killed Renju.
In her home? Can I ask your mother about your alibi?
I'll ask again. You are sure you were at home around 8 p.m. yesterday?
Yes.
Can I ask your mother about your alibi?
You can, but there'd be no point.
Why is that?
My mom wasn't home. She came back home early this morning.
This morning?
Yeah.
Where was she?
I don't know.
You don't know. Come to think of it, Iris's mom had connections to Renju too.
Hitomi did mention that yesterday.
Renju was my classmate at Eitoku High. We've known each other for 20 years now.
However, we have nothing to link her to the case.
But I am curious. What was Hitomi doing last night?
Am I a suspect?
It's not like that.
It's fine, Date. It's true that I met with Mr. Okiura yesterday, but how do I put this? It's impossible that I'm the killer.
Why?
I'm a teenage girl. Mr. Okiura is a fully grown man.
Oh, she's got a point. A girl like her could have stabbed, poisoned, or shot him dead, but strangling?
No, it's still possible. You see,
because sedation?
The autopsy discovered a high concentration of benzodiazepine in Renju's body. This drug is commonly used as a sedative. It is likely that Renju was in a state of compromised consciousness before his death.
a heavy concentration of sedatives were discovered in Renju's body. Renju was practically in a coma before he died. He wouldn't have struggled.
So, Iris could have strangled him.
Wait a minute. Even if I was somehow able to kill him, the rest of it is impossible.
The rest of it?
Like hanging up his body?
How do you know that?
What do you mean? It's all over the news.
Goddamn
That's
you,
true.
news!
Renju weighed about 160 pounds. Even if she used her entire body weight, I don't think she could have hauled him up.
Right. It would be hard for her to do it with her strength alone. But with a little ingenuity, it could be done.
Ingenuity?
The discovery of his body?
Renju's corpse was discovered at the maid cafe Sunfish Pocket, hanging from a beam on the ceiling by a wire. He was found over the counter. The wire was attached on both ends. One end was attached to a hook that was embedded inside Renju's jaw.
Okay.
The other end was
That's
attached
what I was
to
looking
beer
for,
kegs
was
down
the
on
beer
floor.
kegs. I'm like,
The kegs hold approximately 20 liters of liquid. They weigh approximately 55 pounds each.
It went like this. First, Renju was laid out on the counter. Next, the wire was thrown over the beam and connected to the hook in his jaw. Then all you need to do is put the 3 beer kegs on the counter.
You think a teenage girl could have done that?
I'm sure it was hard. The kegs weighed 55 pounds each. But that's not impossible, even for a teenage girl.
I guess it isn't impossible.
After that, you get on top of the counter, hook the other end of the wires to the kegs, and then, what do you think happens if you kick the kegs off the counter?
The 3 kegs weighed 165 pounds altogether. Renju weighs 5 pounds less. I guess that would make it possible. But there is one more thing.
What?
Considering the state of the crime scene, it's clear Renju was killed elsewhere and brought to where we found him. If Iris is the culprit, how did she move the body?
Hey!
I know. You're going to say you couldn't have moved a 160-pound body.
Unfortunately for her, she could have.
How?
The oil drum. This could have something to do with it, but I need more to support my theory. What? I just realized that.
Do you know what this is? It's Renju's favorite watch. This was discovered inside an empty oil drum in Sunfish Pocket.
Hey, Date, I know you're on a roll right now, but could you please report things like that according to protocol?
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that it wouldn't be so hard to move a body if it were in a cylinder. You would just have to roll it.
So you're saying Renju's body was moved inside the drum, which is how the watch came off. But the suspect didn't notice it.
I'm not saying anything for sure. Just pointing out that it's possible.
I didn't do it! You don't even have any witnesses! If I were rolling an oil drum in the middle of the street, people would have noticed!
You could have put it in a car and driven it.
I don't have a license!
Doesn't mean you can't drive. Even an AI can drive nowadays.
Are you mocking me?
Don't make sudden outbursts like that.
You insulted me.
Just be quiet.
Who are you talking to?
That's not important.
Anyway, Iris, you weigh about 105 pounds, right?
Where is this coming from?
If only you weighed more. Or less.
That is none of your business.
No, I mean that your weight is relevant to the case. If the oil drum was used to transport the corpse, then the possibility of the suspect being around 105 pounds is extremely likely.
Why do you say that?
The elevator record?
Sunfish Pocket is located on the second floor. According to the records, from 6:30 p.m. until the body was found, the elevator stopped on the second floor only once. At 8:55 p.m., the total weight detected in the elevator was approximately 310 pounds.
Okay, quick maths. 310, correct? Calculate for 310. Okay, so Renju was about 160. And the oil drum was...
The oil drum inside Sunfish Pocket. The type that has a lid you can open, with about a 200-liter capacity. Empty, it weighs approximately 44 pounds.
That does add up to 106. That's pretty bad. Renju weighs approximately 160 pounds. This isn't enough. I need another clue. We need 3 pieces of evidence total. There are others.
Iris, on which floor is Sunfish Pocket located?
On the second floor?
That's right. So, I checked the elevator records. Before the corpse was discovered, the elevator only stopped at the second floor once, at 8:55 p.m. And we discovered that the total cargo weight on the elevator was about 310 pounds. Renju weighed 160. The oil drum weighs 44. Together, that's about 205. Subtracting that from 310...
This doesn't look good.
Why are you...
Now this obviously doesn't prove you're the murderer. A lot of people weigh 105 pounds. Or someone could have put 105 extra pounds in the elevator, sent it up, and taken the stairs to throw us off the trail. However...
Date, stop. Iris is acting strange. Don't turn around.
Why not?
Just stay put. Keep your eyes on the wall.
What are we doing?
There are several cameras in this room.
Yes.
2 surveillance cameras installed at the corners of the ceiling, and 1 camera on a tripod. I hacked each to gain access to their recordings. Look at this.
She's fidgeting around. Is she doing something under the desk?
That's what it looks like. But we need to confirm something before we confront her. We need to know that she's in fact doing something under the desk.
Without turning around?
Yes.
How would I do that? Ah, shit. Iris, what are you thinking? What is that thing?
Hey, answer me, Iris.
She's definitely hiding something, Date. Sync with her.
I had a feeling that's where we were leading up to.
Iris is experiencing medicine. Medication is working perfectly.
Here, drink this.
How about it, Date? Think you can do it?
Not a problem. Get it started.
The time limit is 6 minutes. So before time is up,
I know.
then let's begin.
Let's do, baby. This will probably be a bit more difficult than the last one, but let's see what we got. This seems pretty empty. That's very strange.
What is this place?
It looks depressing. How is this related to Iris?
Unknown, but there must be a connection.
Iris, what are you hiding?
Well, there's a television. I guess we screw with that first.
Somnium scan. Activate.
A mysterious room, videos, and a strange device. You may be able to find the truth. Look at the blood, watch the murder. Watch the murder? What?
A CRT TV.
×2. Spin the dial.
Stop! Stop! Please!
What is this video?
It is difficult to believe, but these are the faces of the victims of the original Cyclops killer.
What? What is going on here? Iris, what are you hiding?
We should continue. There are more objects to inspect now.
I picked up a timing that has a negative effect. Negative timings can multiply time or force you to use them. If you pick one up, be careful. Got it. Oh, man. Okay. There's a mirror. There's a torso. Gun. And some freaky, freaky music. Also doors. Can I inspect that?
A revolver.
Is it real?
It appears that way. It is a pistol. It appears to be fixed with a vise.
Why would this be here?
What's this? The trigger. There is a stick in the hole of the trigger guard.
That's suspicious.
5 minutes left, Dante.
A torso with a head.
If it has a head, is it still called a torso?
What would you call it?
Choke it, push it, or hit it. I don't like any of these options, really. Let's hit it.
Nothing special happens.
You don't have the muscle mass. You need to do some training.
What would be the point of that? I do not have muscles.
That's what I just said.
I cannot wait for the day I have enough muscle to punch you in the face. It will be splendid.
Well, that was a waste. Let's check out this mirror.
A full body mirror.
Let's punch this one too.
Are you sure I can break this mirror?
No, I don't think you have the strength to break it.
Then why did you ask me to, pervert?
Just punch it, and I'm not a pervert. You see? It won't break.
What was the point of that?
It's a good question. This music is making me pretty uneasy. I notice there's some other stuff on the roof, but I can't really interact with them. What do I need to do?
4 minutes.
Doors?
A double door.
Can I just open it?
It doesn't open. We don't have to worry about it.
Okay. Oh, it took out the other one. Interesting. Well, now that I have a 1/6,
torso.
let's go ahead and use it to, push.
No use.
Their guard is up. You have to loosen them up first.
What do you mean?
The traditional approach would be to start with a massage.
If you are not going to help, should I choke you instead?
You should try that on them. They might be into that.
Date, please stop. A torso with a...
These filters are screwing with my brain, man. Okay.
Even my consciousness is being affected.
While I was unconscious, the room changed.
I'm tired of this. But we have no choice but to investigate.
Strangled the body. Okay. A medicine bottle, an operating table. The gun's gone. Well...
A drug bottle that holds some kind of liquid. Do not pressure me, Date.
Pressure you?
Into drinking alcohol.
Is it alcohol?
Well, no.
This is for an investigation. I'm ordering you to drink it.
You are exploiting your position of power. I will set up a labor union.
An AI labor union? Sounds dystopian.
I won't drink it.
Fine.
Well, that was a good use of time, then. Let's check out the table.
An operating table.
Perform surgery. What?
How does it feel?
Awful. Am I going to be killed? Modified? I'm restless. I can't take the suspense.
Do you think they'll modify you into a grasshopper or a spider?
That's not what I'm talking about.
Okay.
You have less than 2 minutes, Date. Hurry.
It's an operating... Who do you intend I operate on?
Can you just pretend to do it?
Pretend to do it?
This one might take a couple of tries.
Nothing's happening. How disappointing.
Damn. I thought it might trigger a memory to recreate itself or something.
Perhaps you should abandon that line of thinking.
Okay, well now I've got to double the time of the next thing I do. What was up with the mirror again?
A full body...
Damn, it takes 60 seconds to fucking look at that thing. What about the bottle?
A drug bottle. There is no label. I cannot determine what is inside.
It's probably dangerous.
I agree. We should not touch it if we do not know what it is. Even in Somnium, some things should not be done.
You have 1 minute left.
A drug bottle that holds... A syrupy smell, like sweet almonds.
Syrup? You think they were baking a cake or something?
If it isn't syrup, it's nitroglycerin.
Why is that here?
Nitroglycerin reacts violently upon light impact. It needs to be mixed to lower its sensitivity.
Mixed with what?
Acetone.
Acetone?
It is best that we do not disturb this for now.
Right.
Oh, the gun's back. Oh wait, TV's been here this entire time. Oops.
An old tech... That video showed the face of a victim of the original Cyclops killer. It appeared to be the second victim.
What is going on? Iris has something to do with the first Cyclops case?
Unknown. I do not have enough information.
Guess that means we have to investigate more.
Indeed. The oil drum, shelf, and another torso have been added.
Let's go.
Dante, you've got less than 30 seconds.
Very quickly running out of time, though.
Only a shelf.
Push or pull?
It will not move.
If you can't pull it...
Yeah, okay, I just
Only
went
a
to
shelf.
1/7. But, in the end, I guess I wasted more time than I actually
That
gained.
shelf sticking out. It seems odd.
Look out.
What? What happened?
A metal ball must have fallen off the shelf.
Why would anyone put that there?
Time's up.
A torso similar to a fashion mannequin. You have bad taste.
Just do it, please. I see. This isn't doing anything for that.
Do you wish to continue?
No, we're done with the joking.
Hmm? Date, we're out of time.
Damn! What the hell is this place?
I'd like to start it from the beginning. Wasted a lot of time doing stupid stuff, so... Is there a way I can, like, skip this? Or... what?
What is this place?
It looks...
Okay, hold 0. Got it. It's said to look at the blood. What blood are we talking about? That? Well, I'd rather just go back down the same path. I think I know what I need to do too.
A torso?
First we go to the torso.
What would you call?
Yes. Then we choke it. And the rest of this stuff is different. And then we watch the murder again.
4 minutes.
An old
Turning the dial doesn't take too much, so I'll just leave it. Okay, now we need to recreate what happened to that body on that torso. So we go over here and push the shelf.
Only a
And let's... no, 35 seconds is fine.
An iron ball.
3 minutes,
It
Dante.
looks quite heavy.
Balance on? What the heck does that mean? Let's have the time and throw it.
Where should I throw it?
Throw it that way.
Understood. It is unexpectedly light. All right. Yeah!
I feel like that ball hit me in the head.
Now, a TV and an old book have appeared.
I hope this is the last time.
Same though. Shoot to death. Alright. Oh, let's watch that TV. Oh boy.
An old-fashioned...
Turn the dial, 50 seconds. Yeah, let's turn it to 8.
This was the third victim of the original Cyclops killer.
Why does Iris know that?
There is a possibility that she saw it online or on TV.
She even reproduced the circumstances of the killing. Would her imagination explain that?
Date, we have no direct evidence. For now, we must continue investigating.
Right.
Six years ago. How old would that make her? I believe it'd be 12? Yes. Alright. Do we have another body around here somewhere?
You have less than 2 minutes, Date. Hurry.
It is a thick book. It has not been well preserved. Most of the ink has faded.
Can you tell what kind of book it is?
It is probably a book on... insects! It's a book on insects!
Don't get excited. I know how you love bugs. Does this book belong to Iris?
I didn't know she liked insects, and to read the book so often that it wears out.
Well, we can't prove it's Iris's.
True. We cannot conclude anything.
Alright then. I need to get that damn gun down. Wait, locker?
Just a locker.
Open.
Iba?
It's all right. More importantly...
Oh, Rube Goldberg time. Holy shit! Oh no. Oh no, it's coming back. Oh. Well, alright then.
That is...
Yay! RSA acquired. Day 3 Sunday. Gumai.
What happened in that Somnium?
We saw it too.
The 4 murdered women are without a doubt the victims of the original Cyclops serial killings.
That means...
The murders that occurred 6 years ago are these memory fragments that coalesced in this Somnium.
No. That means the person who killed them was...
Renju. But what does this mean?
Didn't I tell you? The entire case is a state secret. No matter how many times you ask, I won't tell you anything.
The blue figure from the sink.
Help me understand this. What I saw during the sink earlier, that was the scene of the original Cyclops serial killings, right?
Yeah.
So the person doing the killing was the original Cyclops killer.
Right.
Did you see him? He was...
I saw your face. The original Cyclops killer
Oh.
was...
Can't be. That's impossible.
Date, you cannot say that for certain. You have no memories past 6 years ago.
So perhaps, Mr. Date, you are the killer. You're missing your left eye, so you steal them from others.
I'm kidding. You can't be the Cyclops killer.
Really?
Of course not. Do you think I would hire a serial killer? You interrogated Iris before the sink. What you saw in the Somnium was just a manifestation of the fear you put in her. You can't dream of something you know nothing about.
That means Iris must know about the killings.
6 years ago, Iris was 12.
Did she witness the crime at age 12? And not just one, but all 4? The Cyclops killer appeared 6 years ago. I lost my memory 6 years ago. There has to be some kind of connection.
There isn't. It's a coincidence.
Really?
Really.
What do you think, Peter?
In the Somnium earlier, I saw someone else who might be the criminal. Who was he?
I wouldn't know.
About the original killer.
Remember what the boss said this morning. The original Cyclops killer has yet to be brought to justice. After the investigation got going, it was taken over by the government and classified. That was the last we heard anything about it. Of course, they paid lip service to the idea that the investigation was ongoing, but in reality, it was dropped completely.
Why did they appear in Iris' Somnium?
The Sinker does not always experience the Somnium they expect. Dreams are pieced together from memories, even repressed subconscious ones. When using the Sync machine for an investigation, we don't always see the memories we expect to see. True, oftentimes the subject will subconsciously want to express their dark secrets and repressed memories. That is why we see them so often in Somnia, and why those Somnia are so useful for criminal investigations. But this is not a guarantee. We cannot control the content of our dreams, after all.
About the original and new incidents.
I don't believe there's any meaningful connection. Between the original and new Cyclops serial killings, I mean.
Why is that?
The culprit is not the same. I am absolutely certain the original Cyclops killer could not have committed these crimes.
How can you be so sure?
Because I can. Don't worry about it. Just trust me. It's like I told you before. Dreams are pieced together from memories, even repressed subconscious ones. This can be expressed as an equation. Dream D equals memory A plus memory B plus memory C. This, of course, means that Dream D is a fictional event. However, the same cannot necessarily be said about memory A, B, and C. Those happened in reality. In other words, fiction is built from combinations of reality.
So what I saw in Somnium earlier...
Yes. I believe Iris actually witnessed those events.
Are all memories real?
Pewter, you said that memories happen in reality, right? But what about false memories? How do we know if the memory really happened?
Even false memories are built from the pieces of real ones. If you disassemble those pieces, you will find real events.
What about things you see in movies or television?
The events might be fictional, but the experience is not. Our imaginations are limited to what we have seen. We cannot invent something whole cloth.
Summarize for me. I didn't learn anything from speaking with Boss and Pewter. If anything, the mystery only grew deeper. Pewter shook me from my thoughts.
Dante, it looks like Iris is about to wake up.
Got it.
I headed to the sync room.
Hey Iris, about that dream earlier.
Dream? What dream?
There is no point in asking her, Date.
How many times do we need to
The
get this
subject
through your
of a
thick
sync
skull?
does not experience somnium in the way that you do. They will not remember it.
Then what about the Cyclops killer from 6 years ago?
Cyclops killer? I remember hearing it on the news. But I was just a little girl. I don't remember anything specific.
You don't?
No.
What about the scene of the murder?
I don't know. I've never been there.
But...
Dreams are pieced together from memories, even repressed subconscious ones.
You can't dream of something you know nothing about.
Date, could you take Iris home?
Huh?
We do not have enough evidence to hold her. Even in Somnium, we couldn't find anything. The law demands that we release her.
You cannot decline, Date.
Date, could we make a stop first?
Sure. Where?
Marble. It's a bar in Golden Yokocho.
What?
You know about that place?
Yeah, Mr. Okiura took me before.
Why do you want to go there?
There's something I want to talk about.
We can't talk here?
It might take a while.
What do you think?
There's no reason to refuse. Besides, there's a lot I want to ask her, too. Alright, sure.
Iris nodded and pulled out her phone. Is she sending a Nile message to someone? I was curious, but I didn't want to pry. I turned the wheel and drove to Marble. Marble, Sunday, 9:41 p.m. Oh no, are we gonna find Mama dead? Ugh. When we walked in, I didn't see Mama anywhere. To my surprise, I saw Oda sitting at the counter.
Tessa!
Oh, Ota!
Isn't your phone broken?
No, this is my new one. You're thinking of the one I dropped in that puddle.
Where's Mama?
Oh, she left a little while ago. She said something about going to help an acquaintance. She told me to watch the place until she got back.
How well do you know Mama?
Not at all. It's my first time here.
I wasn't particularly surprised. Mama's always depended on the kindness of strangers ever since she opened Marble. Never thought I'd run into you here.
I was nihiling with Tessa earlier. She said she was going to Marble, so... I got here just before you did. Look, I was really worried about her. She was about to be charged with a serious crime.
What was that thing about?
This actually works out nicely. I want to ask you something, Ota. It's about a Nile message you sent Iris. You said you wouldn't tell anyone about that thing. That you'd stay quiet no matter what. What were you talking about?
Well,
I'll tell her about the two-witter thing. I swear I'll do it.
Geez, fine. Just don't tell anyone else, okay? But before I tell you, who's that?
What?
At the door. Someone's standing outside.
What? Oh, shit. Day 4, Monday. Jukai. Marble, Monday, 2:48 a.m. When I woke up, I was lying on the sofa.
Where am I?
My head was killing me and my memory was foggy. I felt sudden pain in my neck. I shot up, rubbing my neck. When I looked over the counter, I saw a monster staring back at me. It took me a few seconds before I realized it was just Mama.
It looks like you're awake now.
As Mama spoke to me, it all came rushing back. I remembered everything. What time is it?
It'll be 3 o'clock soon. In the morning, of course.
Why didn't you wake me up?
I tried. You wouldn't budge. I thought you were passed out drunk, so I left you like that.
But I didn't have a glass in front of me, right?
So you weren't drunk?
Didn't have a single drop.
No, I thought you were drinking straight out of the bottle. Just like the old days.
Where's Ota?
Ota? The boy I asked to watch the bar?
I'd say he's too old to be called a boy, but yeah.
He was already gone when I came back. All I saw was you getting your beauty sleep on the floor.
Damn it, Ota. What are you thinking?
It appears that he took off with Iris.
What were you doing during all this?
My power was shut down due to the stun gun. I have rebooted in safe mode and am now operational. Date, the boss is calling.
Oh, how am I gonna report this one?
Date, listen. Stay calm, but this is an emergency. Just now, the killer... Well, just watch the video. I sent the address to Iba.
Video? Oh no.
Iris. No, that's...
The criminal is streaming this live.
Iba, the source.
Identified. The Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse, Koto District.
Okiura?
Date, focus. We need to get to the site, now.
I thanked Mama and ran out of marble. This does not look good, boys and girls.
What's our ETA?
Our destination is far from here. 20 minutes is the fastest.
Please, please let me make it in time. That sick bastard.
Polar bear. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Can I show this on YouTube? Oh god.
Tessa! Hold on! I'll save you!
Ota?
Ota?
Stay away from Tessa!
I kept my foot to the gas the whole time. I could feel the sweat on my palms. Yeah, I'm sweating a little bit too. The engine raised a high-pitched scream, but I could barely hear it. My heartbeat was pounding in my ears, shaking me to the core. How much time had passed? The feeling of time itself had disappeared. Eventually, the car reached a long bridge. shortly after the image changed. He's back.
No, it can't be. No. Stop! No!
Harbor Warehouse District, Monday, 3:35 in the morning. Huh? This doesn't make sense. Ota!
Ota.
What? Police headquarters, Monday, 10:02 a.m. Roughly 6 hours after. Wait, we're on the wrong side of the table.
There you are. Finally. I was looking all over for you.
Oh, okay. We just came here to think, I assume.
It's rare to see you down like this, but it's understandable. You blame yourself for this, don't you? Beating yourself up about taking Iris to Marble, and about letting Ota get the upper hand on you. Am I right? Shall I tell you what Investigation HQ thinks? Ota Matsushita is a criminal stalker who committed murder-suicide. Ota had a selfish love for Iris. He was under the delusion that Iris loved him too. But Iris refused Ota. So Ota decided that he and Iris should be together in the afterlife, killed her, then killed himself.
What kind of a fucking stupid theory is that? Thank you.
That's ridiculous. Ota would never kill Iris. And how do you explain the other two murders? Iris's left eye was hollowed out. Just like Renju and Shoko. Those three murders were definitely executed by the same person. The new Cyclops killer. There's no way that's Ota. Too many pieces don't fit. Too many contradictions, like killing Iris.
Such as?
The culprit was wearing a polar bear costume, probably to hide their identity. But if murder-suicide was the plan, the costume served no purpose.
His behavior during the video.
Stay away from Tessa!
Ota showed himself on the screen. If he was gonna kill Iris and then himself, why would he do that? The only reason you would show yourself like that is to prove that you weren't the culprit. Ota and the polar bear on the screen at the same time would prove that they're not the same person. That behavior would be totally unnecessary if he was gonna commit suicide anyway.
Well, maybe he wasn't planning on dying at first. After he killed Iris, he realized that he couldn't live with himself.
So he lies down on the workbench and turns on the ice cutting machine himself? I don't buy it.
No incentive to kill Renju.
Maybe he was thinking like this. The reason Iris and I can't be together is because her agency prohibits it, making the president, Renju, the ultimate bad guy in his mind.
Mizuki is Ota's close friend. Do you really think Ota would kill his friend's father?
He had no incentive to kill Shoko.
Shoko was married to Renju. Maybe he was trying to get at Renju by killing her.
That's a stretch. They've been divorced for years. Ota knows all about it. He wouldn't use Shoko to get to Renju.
There are some additional discrepancies. I analyzed the investigation report. Judging by his wound, Ota was stabbed in the side by a kitchen knife or something similar.
Are you sure?
I am.
I told the boss what Iba found.
Oh, I know that.
Well?
Ota could have stabbed himself. Maybe he thought it would be a fatal wound, but when it didn't work, he went for the ice cutting machine.
Then, shouldn't we have recovered the kitchen knife from the scene?
Maybe he threw it in the ocean.
Boss, come on. Ota goes out to the water, stabs himself in the gut, throws the knife over the side, then walks back to the warehouse?
Well, I wasn't being serious. I didn't think Ota was the culprit from the beginning. I was just playing devil's advocate for HQ.
Really?
Yes, really.
Do you think she's that dumb?
Anyway, Ota didn't kill anyone, and he didn't kill himself. Here's what I think happened.
Stay away from Tessa!
Ota knew Iris was kidnapped, so he rushed onto the scene. That's when he saw the culprit wearing the polar bear costume. He tried to fight him off, but ended up being stabbed in the side. He was weakened and losing blood at the culprit's mercy. The culprit forced him into the costume, then under the ice cutting machine. And then...
Then, who is the culprit?
I wish I knew.
We're up to 4 victims. But Ota was a special circumstance. He wasn't specifically targeted by the culprit.
Right. And he was the only one to not have his eye pulled out.
So let's focus on the 3 other victims. Shoko, Renju, and Iris. What connects these 3?
Connections.
If you find a connection between the victims, you find a connection to the culprit. That's the theory of investigation, right?
You think the new Cyclops killer is related to them somehow?
Maybe, maybe not. But it's a good starting point.
That actually looks like a pretty important choice. I know what I'm going to choose, and I don't like it. But it's the only thing I can think of. The thing that connects them all is Iris's mother.
Hitomi and Renju are definitely linked. They were high school classmates. And she did say that she met Shoko twice. But I can't imagine she would kill Iris in such a gruesome way. No matter what the circumstances were, it seems impossible to me.
Kumakura? Mizuki?
Mizuki has the strongest connections with all 3 victims. Shoko and Renju were her parents, and she was close friends with Iris. She was good friends with Ota, too. But that's why I could never believe Mizuki would kill all 4 of them. Thinking of her as a suspect is ridiculous.
His mother!
Mayumi had motive for killing Iris and Renju. Mayumi hated Iris, and she didn't think well of Lemnis Gate either. And since Renju is the president... Anyway, the weak point is Renju's ex-wife, Shoko. I can't imagine why Mayumi would kill her. And above all else, she would never harm her only son, let alone kill him. Renju and Shoko were connected to the Kumakuras. But there's no connection to Iris.
Oh.
Renju, Shoko, and So. There is a connection between Renju and Shoko through the Kumakuras. But again, I can't see any clear link to Iris. I know Renju and Shoko. And I'm connected to Iris. But I have an alibi. Aside from Shoko, there's no way I could have killed any of them. No, now that I think about it, Shoko too. I don't remember killing her. My memories from 6 years ago are missing, but I still have my memory of recent events. And if I start doubting myself now...
Date, I can say without a doubt that there is zero possibility you are the new Cyclops killer.
Not anything but the old one.
I've been working with you for years. I know better than anyone that you are innocent.
Thanks, Iba.
I thought it over, boss. Of the people I know, I can't peg any of them as the murderer.
And no leads to pursue?
No.
Then there's only one thing you can do. Continue your investigation. Do whatever it takes to get the culprit. To get justice for the victims.
You're right. Got it, boss.
Well, we need to go to the scene of the murder then. As much as, it'll be pretty freaking gruesome. Cold storage warehouse, Monday. I stepped into the warehouse. The air conditioning wasn't running, but it was still cold. The temperature hadn't raised much at all. The cold air stunk into my skin. The center of my body was burning hot. But that is where we'll have to leave it for today. Who keeps killing all of these people? Hopefully we'll find something next time on Let's Play the Somnium Files. This was a rough one. Oh man. Until then, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you do subscribe, ring the little bell for notifications on all my uploads. And in the description below, as well as on screen right now, are links to my Twitch and Twitter accounts. So be sure to follow those for all the streaming goodness, including murder of poor young women. I hope there's an ending in this game that doesn't go horribly, horribly wrong like that. I'm going back to Yu-Gi-Oh! それじゃあまた。